And welcome back, FFR, to the summer 2025. That is the right year. I did not have to look 3 different times. Summer 2025 marathon in support of the Liam Foundation. Up now, we have, as soon as I hit the transition button, there we go, we have Hatox and 10 running the Mystic Quest Randomizer. With commentary by Possum Morpheus. I'm going to hand it over to you, Possum.
Yeah, thank you so much, Sunflash. Pleasure for all of us to be here. Honored to be able to participate in a marathon benefiting such a wonderful charity as the Liam Foundation. Wonderful work, and again, super appreciative. We have 2 excellent Mystic Quest runners here that are going to be showing off some new features from the randomizer. We have Hatox and 10. A lot of amazing dev work has been done behind the scenes on this from Wildham in particular, a dev that many of y'all might be familiar with from FFR. So before we get started and give a countdown, Hatox 10, do y'all want to do a brief introduction of yourself as well, and we can kind of get things rolling here?
Hi, I'm 10.
Hi, I'm Hatox.
Y'all really took that brief introduction seriously. I absolutely love it. Thank you for the early morning troll. Let's go ahead and give a countdown, though, and we can get into things. Let's start with 3, 2, 1, kick it.
Wait, hold on. We got 10 seconds here. Hold on.
Oh, you have 10 seconds? Okay, well...
My
5
apologies.
seconds now.
Now we're gonna go 3, 2, 1, go!
Yay!
Yay!
Right.
Yeah, speaking of early morning trolls, I just had to restart the clock like 3 times now. Well done.
Hatox, I'm going Bone Dungeon first.
Okay. I'm taking Rope Bridge.
So, for those who have no clue what's going on, because neither does our commentator, we are doing like essentially a co-op seed, just to kind of showcase the new features of the randomizer, show everybody what this is all about. So Hatox and I will be communicating throughout, and Possum, you can help us as well, kind of telling us where we're supposed to be going, what routes to take, try to finish this as fast as possible for both of us.
Yeah, so as far as what Hatox and 10 are going to look to do here, since this is a co-op run, is they're going to be looking to get through things in blazing speed, but also with expert communication. The communication is going to be really important because what you're seeing here, if you might be familiar with Mystic Quest, is what looks like a bone dungeon, what looks like a rope bridge, but suddenly on Hatox's side, we're on the volcano. And that's not what rope bridge is normally going to look like. So there is a lot of shuffling happening here, where you basically get those internal shuffles happening and able to show off this cool new feature of the rando that's been put in. So a lot is going to have to go into this to collect shards and other things. Really cool to see how many shards we get. I know it's like 16 to 28, so y'all are going to have to fill me and the viewers in on how many it actually rolled, if you know that yet, if anyone has looked. Otherwise, they're going to be looking for, you know, the rest of the way to get through to fight the big bad final boss.
23 shards.
So pretty much right in the middle. Couldn't really get more middle than that. That's excellent.
10 Volcano has nothing, unless you like the fire spell.
All right, so far BD's got a Wither.
All right, let's see what's in Aquaria. Tristram's in Aquaria, Phoebe's house.
All right. Other notable
So
flags.
got,
Let's see.
Yeah, so we've got internal dungeons shuffling going on. So basically, all the dungeons are shuffled, but only within each other. So you're not gonna find parts of, like, say, Bone Dungeon and like Pazuzu's Tower. And all the enemies are locked to their region. So as you can see here, I'm in the Earth region right now. So enemies will only be as strong as the Earth region enemies would normally be. Alright, Rope Bridge had a shard, Volcano had a shard. I'm gonna check Pazuzu's Tower now.
Alright. I'm fighting Flamers at the moment.
Anything behind him?
Yeah, 2 reds so far.
Ooh. That might be the progression.
He is very scary, and this may not be possible.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
So thanks to the generous donations before us, basically everything's gonna be at minimum 75% strength, all the way to a maximum of 150%.
And speaking of donations, I just got a $25 donation from Possum, who is declaring that you will now play with Ruben for your
Oh my gosh.
character.
We forgot to mention that Possum's not allowed to donate towards that, but I guess
Well,
it's too late.
I've already got the money in hand. Sorry.
Thanks, Possum. You're a big help.
I do my best, friends. I do my best.
Soon as we
hey,
find
there is-
Ruben.
Ruben could be goated, so when you get him, he might be just the bee's knees, or he could be Ruben.
He, as a matter of fact, is just Ruben.
Well, unlucky, fellas. So some other things of note here. One of the things that 10 picked up was a Gemini crest. That is particularly interesting because in reading the flags, which every good commentator is supposed to do, I noticed that expert logic is on, which means that crest warping could actually be our logical way in and out of different areas, rather than using the coins that you might be familiar with, so like sun coin, sand coin, river coin, all those. So having crest warping as a potential method of travel and finding it this early would or could be quite interesting for our runners here.
Speaking of which, yeah, I forgot to mention Gemini was in Bone Dungeon. Kind of important, I suppose, to mention that to you, Tox.
Oh,
And then I
I'm
assume
sure
you found
that's
this
not
shard in the
important.
area. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and warp right on over, see what happens. Well, actually, was Crush Shuffle on? This would be fun. I should probably also know the flags.
Shuffle is not
we're
on,
good.
but expert logic is.
Yeah.
See, your
All right, River
commentator is
Coin.
helping you.
River Coin in the Firebug store, Hatox.
Okay. So I'm gonna get out of Pazuzu's tower. The fun part of this is gonna be remembering how to get out of Pazuzu's tower.
Thankfully, there's no 64 floor glitch like in some other games, so if you do it wrong enough times, you're still going to be okay.
Okay, so our progression is going to be Flamerous. That's really exciting. Fireberg is located on the lava dome tile that's unlocked. Looks like we've got a little bit of a grind ahead of us.
All right, you take your time, cause I'm pretty close to lost here.
Oh, I remember. I got the river coin. It's easy to forget stuff.
Okay, this feels correct. Pazuzu's on floor 3. Not that that means anything. Hey, how does that work anyway now in Baby Dungeon Shuffle? Do you still lock the 2 and the 4?
I believe so.
Yes.
All right, here we go. Now we're somewhere. Oops.
All right. Besides Flamerous, what, do I need anything in Bone Dungeon?
Just the Gemini crest.
Okay.
Ruben is in
I've done
Sealed Temple Warp. Wait, which of us did you donate to? Awesome.
Oh, I had to pick a player?
Maybe. I thought there were 2 different numbers there.
Oh.
You definitely sent it to Hatox, right? No, I'm just kidding.
No, I definitely sent it to you if that's the case. I'll get to talk in a second then.
Just to clarify for everyone else, it's for both.
Oh, okay.
The second number is a placeholder to demonstrate that yes, you can vote for someone else if you really want to.
Ah, okay.
Or, since they don't seem to like Ruben, I suggest as the host we only put money in on Ruben. So, there we go.
Well, this will be fun.
Well, here's the neat part about Ruben, though, is that he's quite strong early game.
Well, he's an actual beast early game because everything just falls to physical attacks. In the late game, where we have magic, you know, the whole linear warriors, quadratic wizards, Ruben doesn't have a whole lot of magic.
Which also means disabling it is less impactful, but still fun.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be
That's
even
what-
more impactful because we only have one option. It'll be
Oh, but
Benjamin.
That's when we switch all to Phoebe and then disable the magic.
Oh,
Right,
this
Wake
flamer
Water.
is
Yeah, the Flamer's is not fun. Wakewater is the blue tile in Fireburg, which could technically be our gate since Aquaria is available. Just a heads up.
okay.
Sandcoin is in Level Forest.
So nice thing here for our runners, having Sandcoin and Rivercoin is going to save them a lot of travel time. Being able to actually go and explore things and maybe level up some partners and things like that. So it's definitely an interesting situation they find themselves in, because right now, like, this Flamerus is an absolute bully. The Battlefield 10 is on as a bully. So one of those things where they're kind of getting bullied right now, which can happen. That is part of the Randomizer that can show up, and just the natural of random battlefields is sometimes they're mean, and Mystic Quest has a tendency to really pile that on.
And since we haven't necessarily explained it all the way your partners actually level up in this are by completing randomized quests that we do know all for all four characters. They're all different for all four characters. Just looking at these Rubens are by far the worst. So that's lucky for us. We have to save Ruben's dad, which we can't do unless we get mega grenades. We have to collect 37 sky fragments, which nobody in their right mind is going to do. Save the crystal of water and save one crystal, which you'd think would be easy, but when Flamerus rolls all the moves he rolled, it's not so easy.
Well, and not just
by the
that.
way-
Go
Oh,
ahead.
go ahead. I was gonna say, I was talking with Ten earlier and a few other people, and I was gonna agree to donate $5 per party death. And let me just tell you, this Flamerus loves charity.
You're still going?
We're gonna
Impressive.
do it.
I believe in you.
I believe in the 10 that believes in Hatox.
Very special
I think I'm
person.
up to like 8 or 9 by now.
Oh, nice. That is very charitable indeed.
We're gonna need a recount at the end of this.
We're gonna go back and VOD dive all of that.
You might want to set yourself a cap by the end of this, or Mystic Quest is gonna run you broke.
Oh my gosh. I just saw a new move from Flamerus that I haven't seen yet.
Good timing, good timing. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Alright, so what level were you when you took him on?
Only 4.
Oh
I
my
tried once and
gosh.
ran and left. Yeah, I wasn't kidding when I said I don't know if it was doable, so I respect the grind.
How did you end up doing it?
I left immediately.
Oh, I thought it's the red. Gemini's not in the red chest behind Flamerus.
No. Was Gemini somewhere else and I completely misled you?
Hey,
I don't think so.
hey, Possum. You remember that part about the expert communication?
Yeah, it was there. Yep, I said the words. It might not have been right though. I swear that it was in there. I didn't go anywhere else.
See, now I feel like I probably misunderstood. Gemini's not behind Flamerus, it's behind the door behind Flamerus.
I just said it was in Bone Dungeon, I think. My bad. You're right. All right, I'm gonna lock in the communication. I just really wanted you to to donate 9 or 10 times real quick.
Some real good 3 a.m. comms.
Hey, like I said, that Flamerus knows what donations are all about. He loves charity.
We all love charity, so.
We do
Plus
love charity.
gameplay by Flamerus.
In fact, can we get a shout out to our charity that we're donating to, the Liam Foundation?
Yeah, I think we will get that in just a second. I believe that our host will be back shortly, so sit tight for that, and we will get some more information on the Liam Foundation.
Meanwhile, 10, I'm gonna back you all up on that expert communication in the exact next room after Flamerus. So behind Flamerus, there was a Gemini crest. It was my fault for misunderstanding that I didn't need to go through Flamerus.
Yeah, so behind Flamerus, not behind Flamerus.
Exactly.
Right, yeah. How much more clear could I have gotten?
We're gonna put that one on me.
The only thing I obtained in Fireburg so far that was useful was the wake water in the battlefield, just as a heads up. Oh, sorry. And the sand coin in level forest. Everything else was just filler. The old man level forest. Don't forget the store also has the Libra crest in Firebird. Or something like that. It was purchasable.
Oh, I see. River coin. I need some money.
Also, don't forget to grab Ruben in Sealed Temple.
How did you get there?
What do you mean?
My Fireberg,
Yeah, warp to Fireburg, buy the coin, and then you have to go back. And go
oh,
to the
okay.
tower.
So I need some money.
Yeah. There's an axe for sale in Windia, which is not terribly helpful at the moment.
An axe
Just-
could be helpful for level 4.
Yeah, it might be helpful. There's too much going on right now. All right, mine's here. We could save Ruben's dad. Oh no, we can't. I lied.
Yeah,
No
so
megas
go,
yet, right?
Was that
No megas yet?
nothing? No, nothing yet. Actually,
No, nothing yet.
we do have
I gotta
Foresta.
see.
going back real quick, when the Ice Pyramid discussion came up and now the mine discussion is coming up, each of these locations has a number of different key items that are required to get into them or to do something with them. So things like Ice Pyramid needs basically everything but an axe. The mine needs a claw and a bomb, and you can do a cool skip with mega grenades, which if we get to that, we'll explain it then. We also see now 10 picked up a battle axe in Foresta, which is hugely helpful because it also means don't have to spend the money at the Windia vendor.
Thank you, Possum.
No problem. Helping you with that expert communication.
I was technically gonna say that as soon as you were done talking. I promise. I swear it was.
Hey, you brought me here to yap. I'm a yap.
And I appreciate that from you.
I appreciate that too.
Next time we're gonna do a co-op race, but only Possum can talk. I think that'd be even more fun.
Actually, it'd be great because we'll have Possum communicate to the other person what's going on.
But only one person at it, like the whole run though. Yeah, is that what you're going after? That'd be awesome.
Right,
I don't
so
know
you
anything,
and I will
but
play.
Hitox knows everything.
Right? Possum's gonna tell us what's going on, and we're not gonna know if he's telling the truth or not.
You're right, yeah, because I would never guess that Possum would lie about anything that make our game harder.
Two truths
He
and a
would
lie.
never do that.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Yeah, Ruben's actually really good, guys. Did you hear about that? I haven't found a shard in probably 10 minutes. Also, my
Damn,
live split stopped immediately.
Did you take a crab in?
Yeah, Crab had
Jason?
Quake, I believe.
Oh, bye crab. See you later.
We do have a
And did you do
suggestion from
anything?
chat.
Did you do anything in Lava Dome?
No, not yet.
No. You want me to scout it?
If you feel like it.
Let's see where let's see what the enemy placement looks like.
Awesome
We have a
suggestion from chat.
suggestion from chat for y'all. Make it a true co-op race. 2 players, 1 controller. For each team.
Who's my partner? Do I get Possum?
I think
Actually, we should do three player, 2 controller, and Possum has to man both of them.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you have to do both D-pads.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
No.
Have to be
Make Possum
amphibious,
sit in the middle, so he has to do like the D-pad on the right side for player 2, and like the buttons for player 1.
All right. Extra communication coming in right now. Get to Aquaria region as fast as you can. We've got a Cat Claw, the Battle Axe, and Exit all readily available. Libra
In
Temple.
a nice little location called...
Yeah, Libra Temple for 2 of them, and then Foresta for the other.
So yeah, Exit has been communicated. Exit is a big deal, and then some. Exit allows you not only to maneuver in and out of dungeons, it also allows you to warp back to the Foresta area on the world map when used on it, and it can also be used offensively in battle to remove enemies from the battlefield. While not getting XP is a bad thing, it gets you out of fights that are otherwise probably unwinnable if you're using it as offense. So, pretty slick spell for our runners to pick up this early. And what has been kind of a nuisance seed so far, that Exit spell is an absolute saving grace, especially given they're still saddled with this Ruben that is, well, to call him a potato might be mean to potatoes.
Yeah,
hey,
we use
expert communication.
Yes,
Where's
yes.
the Libra crest? Libra crest for Libra Temple?
Yes.
Yes. See, I'm catching up now.
Was the Libra Crest buyable early?
Yes, it was buyable in Aquaria.
Oh, it was buyable in Aquaria.
For the Brain Blast there.
In a lot, keeping up with the things that are good in the Aquaria region, Alive Forest, Gaia's armor in the south. The south.
Yeah, I guess I could have told you that. That would have been really good communication. My bad. There's so much going on, and I'm trying to give Possum 2 seconds to talk.
Alright, so what we have learned so far is we have Gaia armor, which is the best armor in the game. It will protect against wind, water, lightning, sleep, poison. So a lot of stuff going on with that Gaia armor. Cupid Locket was, it was either for sale or it was available in a town in a box. So Cupid Locket protects against confusion, and then we're kind of just missing a shield where we can get either petrification or paralysis resist, and a helm which gives fire resist. So honestly, off to a pretty good start defensively, but the offense, one might say, would be offensive at this stage.
Expert communication request. Where was any of that stuff? Okay, Cupid Locket?
Yeah, where was Cupid Locket?
Oh, I swear I saw someone pick up Cupid Locket.
Awesome is also running the seed, and he has the Cupid locket. Okay, good.
Yeah,
Tox did not have Cupid locket yet. Okay. Cure is behind the Firebird multi-key.
Okay.
Yeah, all I have right now is Gaia armor, so I am not in the greatest of shape. I just realized now that Possum does not have access to our tracker, so that makes a lot more sense.
And Firebird being where it is, and us having access to Lava Dome could be unpleasant. Did you do mine?
I am in it right now. The Foresta has the... No, Sandcoin was in Firebird. Did you... I know I remembered at least expert communicating that part.
Oh yeah, I have
the old
I have
man jump.
Sandcoin.
Okay. Oh, you're just saying that we might have to do Hydra. I try not to talk about that.
Yeah, at a very, very, early age.
Ooh, Mega's in mine. First door.
Mega's in mine.
Up. First door up. So, that actually is super helpful. We could actually do that little glitch that Possum was talking about if we... Well, maybe we don't have to.
Yeah, so there's some interesting things in play here with the Mega Grenades. First of all, it also opens up a couple of extra things in Lava Dome. It allows Ruben to get leveled up because they're saving his dad. It's going to require a bit of movement throughout the map to get back to Ruben's father and Firebird. Or no, this is just save, right? You don't have to talk to him, so it's actually already just done, which is even better for our runners. But the Mega Grenades also will allow what we call the Jin skip, where you can go through and use all of your Mega Grenades, kind of break some weird, wacky map things with some animation storage. It's one of the few, I guess, kind of allowed glitches that aren't patched, that are like potentially relevant if, let's say, Jin is a monster. But in this case, we're able to just go through anyway and not have to worry about it because of the randomization.
I think the terrible chest is behind Jin, so I'm not going to bother at this point.
Yeah, the glitchy collision room is
the one
behind Jin, so it is functionally irrelevant. If there is a key item there for our runners, that will probably be a last location or near it.
I am gonna head back to Bone Dungeon now that I've got a little bit of power behind me and check out those two chests behind Flamers.
Got it. Okay, I have my megas.
And then nothing else in mine was useful. Actually, besides saving the dead, obviously, which was the next door.
Okay. Well, and we have a weapon of each type now, so...
Oh, yeah, sword, I guess, would have been important too. Yeah, whatever. Yep. I guess if you want to access Pyramid, I guess.
It's okay. That chest was right there. We weren't about to leave it behind.
Oh, well, now that I have a level on Ruben, we can just use life on Flamers and I don't have to worry about anything. This is wonderful.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking.
And he rolled 3,146 HP, which in vanilla, he's got 2,200. So there's that scaling coming into effect. And then Possum, correct me if I'm wrong, or Hatox, correct me if I'm wrong. I believe the scaling also applies to every individual statistic for bosses and enemies as well.
I believe so.
So that is partially why that Flamers was so tough. And by partially, I mean the entire reason. Okay, so Captain's Cap and Arrow behind Flamers.
That arrow is beautiful.
It's not so much the stats that scale as it is the attacks that are based on hit point total.
Ah.
Yeah, so one of the things our runners are going to hope not to see is a move called 6 Pseudopods. It is...
I'm sorry, as a non-MQR runner, did you say a move called 6 Pseudopods?
I sure did.
Alright, I've learned enough, thank you.
So yeah, you're gonna get all your squid knowledge that you never thought you needed right now. Basically, 6 pseudopods is a move given to Squidite, which in vanilla has like 2,500 HP, which is whatever. It's not too bad. 6 pseudopods scales off of the HP of the enemy it's attached to. Well, when it's attached to something with 20 times that HP, instead of dealing 180 damage, it can now deal on a crit 4,000, or it can do like on a non-crit 1,600. TLDR, really ugly move, and it's not the only one that is attached to enemy HP like that. So very, very spooky. I think 3 Heads is another one from Ghidra. And then I think Snakehead is another one from Medusa. So a lot of the boss physicals are tied to their HP, which makes them exceptionally dangerous if they roll into high HP enemies.
Let's also not talk about the Twin Head Quake possibility. We are doing full endgame, which means the boss rush plus their dungeons. And the randomizer community has come across quite a few very difficult fights in the end game, not to mention the one Possum just had to go through recently.
We call those possum seeds.
There's one boss in particular, which, for whatever reason, was programmed. I mean, I'll tell you the reason. It was programmed to have 250 magic and 235 strength. It is a souped-up, overtuned, really mean dragon. No other enemy in the game, including the final boss, has more than about 115 to 130 in any other stat. It is a complete outlier because they gave it a bunch of garbage moves and thought, hey, we'll just jack the stats, it'll be fine. Well, it is fine in vanilla. In the randomizer, it means that it is just a complete and utter house of pain and suffering and misery. And I have a penchant for finding the worst combinations and then letting everyone else experience them.
Side note for some expert communication: Suncoin behind Squidite.
Oh,
Meteor,
okay, good.
Meteor under Suncoin.
Speaking of expert communication, I'm going to jump in here. Apparently, I'm tired enough that my eyes decided this $250 donation from a Rastafari person that apparently came in about the same time as Possum's donation. I've been there all night, and I've been informed that no, it's not been there all night. So, thank you very much for that very generous donation, Rastafari.
Thank you, thank you.
Their comment is only that this goes towards all the go-go enjoyers out there. Great event for a fantastic cause, which I cannot agree with more.
I was about to get a little nervous there, so thank you for not being our game.
I tried really hard.
Big shout out to Rastafari for that donation. Rastafari, a wonderful Worlds Collide runner, among other things, learning a lot of other randos too. Has been really awesome to get to not meet them in person, but get to see them grow in different randos. So huge thank you to Rastafari for that wonderful donation. And Sunflash, we had a request from Hatox earlier. Can you tell us a little bit more, and our viewers out there, about the Liam Foundation?
Let me just swallow my pizza and I'll get back with you.
Of course. Always good to put the host on the spot.
Yeah, sorry. Yes, so this the FFR 2025 Summer Marathon is in fact in support of the Liam Foundation. My one sheet does not actually tell me where. I might be reading over it because I'm dumb, but I believe they're out of Illinois. Someone can correct me at literally any point. But their mission is to encourage, assist, heal, and empower the LGBTQIA+ community through respect, advocacy, and passionate hearts to promote thriving in society. They've done a few things. Excuse me, my pizza's fighting back. They've done a few things somewhat recently where they've got a new space opened up back in June 2023. They're getting some meetups going on for support groups, diversity team meetups, D&D, because everyone needs D&D, and a whole bunch of other stuff. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to back out at the moment because my throat's trying to die.
Thank you, Sunflash.
Thank you, Sunflash.
And pizza really is just a hater. Always attacking people.
In a nod to the expert communication from Possum earlier, that was 2 party wipes right there for confusion from that Cupid locket we didn't have.
Call that.
Psych! You thought we did. What did I just get? Oh, okay.
You
I got
got the Mobius
Mobius
stuff.
in Ice Pyramid. Thank you. Ice Pyramid free.
Ice Pyramid 3.
So far, nothing else in Ice Pyramid, but I have not really done a whole ton. Or in the whole Windia region, I meant. Not a whole ton so far. Lots of strong enemies, though, I'll tell you what. Really appreciate the people that donated towards the scaling, because it did not make my life any easier here. Oh my. Oh my.
I mean, but hey, the beholders are weak to mega grenades. That certainly makes them easier. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah, let's try that again.
Oh,
Honestly, I'm shocked you were able to run away, so kudos for that.
I know.
They didn't roll 150% on their speed, that's for sure, because you should not be able to run away from them with a Reuben.
No. Oh, something I've been wanting to mention, but haven't found an opportunity to do. For those who aren't familiar with the randomizer, there are a bunch of different options for literally everything, kind of like every randomizer. But we are playing with, oh my goodness, the random spell books. So they're not random chaos. Wait, these are random chaos, aren't they?
random
Basically-
balance.
Random balance. Okay, so any character can basically have any spell. It's just kind of the layman's terms. Of course, Ruben rolled none spells. This is super awesome. I'm super excited. His best spell is going to be a cure. He has thunder, heal, cure, quake, and fire, and that is it. So even in the randomizer, when he has a chance of being usable, he is still not really usable. And here we are. Thank you, Possum.
My pleasure, gentlemen.
Oh my gosh. I would recommend not diving pyramid until we have flare, maybe.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna back out, and I'm going to go scout Lava Dome now that I have a chance at some of those things.
That's a good idea. Were you in Ice Pyramid as well?
Nope. I got Meteor, and I checked the first. I scouted the first chest in Mount Gale. It's brown, so.
All right. Yeah, this is the scaling. It like rolled 150 on all these enemies. It seems like it is rough.
Except their speed.
Except the speed on the beholders only, because that last one was rough. It'll be fine though. This surely will be fine. Wait, there's no other keys I can even get to. Let's get out of here. I don't want to bother with that. So what do I do? We don't have Dragon
So
Claw.
you have a Mobius crest, so you can work from Windia into Firebird, I think is a check that you have available.
I have actually already checked that with multi-key. That was something. It was an item.
Oh, JK.
Couldn't tell you, so I'm sure it was really important.
Were there other level forest things that hadn't been checked yet with the axe?
I think I checked all three. Oh, Mobius. Yeah, I guess I could check the Mobius teleport. But no, that can't be key. I don't think. Since Crest Shuffle. Or not Sky Coin.
Well, level forest, not a live forest.
Well, you know, if I listened to you, maybe that would make sense.
You know.
I think that was up here.
Flawless communication.
Well, here's the thing. Possum's actually really smart with this game and really good at the game. I'm just good at Mystic Quest, kind of, sometimes. So, like, Possum's brain with my playing is usually at least a person that a good person at Mystic Quest, I would say.
And then Hatox is independently very good at both.
Yeah, and then there's Hatox who's like actually good at all of it.
Don't confuse lucky for good.
Yeah, but you can't keep calling it luck if it works.
Right. You can't be number one every raid, every weekly, everything. I forbid it.
Don't worry, I'm gonna get my comeuppance pretty soon.
I was gonna say Hatox is diving into Lava Dome and probably going to attempt Hydra having Meteor at some point, and that is going to be a treat. Probably a $5 treat, but
No.
Well,
it's something that I expect to happen.
I can tell you right now that these vampires, which are the first enemy you're gonna find in Lava Dome, also love Charity because they have a confuse spell.
Oh man. Hey Possum, where's that Cupid locket? I think that'd really come in handy right about now.
You know, I am very tempted to like go back in the VOD and wonder why I'm seeing Cupid lockets that don't exist, if that's the case. Because
My only thought is that I checked the hint bot and he was offering a hint for the charm. My only thought.
No, I saw the charm for 125. I mean, it could have been wishful thinking instead of wishful suffering.
Yeah, that's fair. That would be
very
awfully helpful right
unlikely.
about now. Especially since Ruben does not have inherent confusion resistance.
Or anything but fire.
Or yeah, or
Oh my
anything
gosh.
period, actually. I had to use exit Hitox.
You know, I was trying not to do that, but
Oh,
I know.
wow.
Yeah, those are some
Begins
geeky
also.
boys.
I think you're gonna like pass me in fire in Lava Dome pretty soon.
Yes. Well, did you beat the vampires yet?
I finally got through them, and now I'm
Okay,
stuck
okay.
on the Ifrit.
Which also has confusion, by the way.
Yes.
You
yes,
got life,
I found that
assume?
out too.
You check the megas, the second mega check?
We have to get there first.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so yes, I have
That's-
passed you in Lava Dome.
That's the kind of it's the kind of battles I'm having right here.
What level? Oh, do you have 2 levels on Ruben yet?
Yeah.
Oh, you're just getting the possum luck, huh?
I'm just getting confused to death.
Well, there's also a big level difference here. 10, you are level, what is that, 18 on your main character already? Hitox
Yes.
is 10.
Ah,
So-
yeah, that may have
Oh.
something to do with it as well.
Yeah.
Life.
Yeah, I asked if you had gotten that. I don't think you heard me. It's all right.
Ah.
I knew you were going that way. Oh my gosh. The Tree Wither ended up with a steel shield, just as a heads up. I don't have elixir yet.
Okay, so do the Kaylee quest.
Yeah, it's super important and really protects you against stone.
Nothing
Spoiler
could
alert, it is
possibly
not
go
that.
wrong.
Man, this honestly, I was a little disappointed that we weren't doing higher scaling because we've done similar concepts where we've been like 300% scaling, and they were like 2.5 hour runs. So I'm like, oh, 150 won't be too bad, and that was incorrect. That was incorrect, my friend. Holy cow.
Marathons always make it harder than it has to be.
Yeah, no kidding. I'm currently in the second mega room, and I am now getting charity checked.
Okay, I went south. I didn't do the hop across the lava.
All right, perfect.
It takes us to the maze.
Okay.
With
Whew.
the penultimate room. Ooh. Okay, do I
Hey.
want to go up or do I want to go right?
A good question from chat: do vampires take damage from cure like some undead in Final Fantasy games? No. There are undead enemies in this game which will take cure or life damage and things like that, but vampires are not undead. Thank you, Square Enix.
But fun fact, in vanilla, everything's undead,
hmm
kind of.
Except the
Except
undead.
the undead things. Yeah, in the American version, you can use life on almost every single enemy, including like bosses, as we showcased earlier with Flamerous. Um, but yeah, I don't know. It was fixed in this randomizer. Wildham decided the game was too easy, I think, or maybe just wanted to make the game like it was supposed to. Again, I'm not good at the actual Mystic Quest stuff. Possum can explain that with a lot more knowledge than I could. Anyways, expert communication. Second mega grenade is the Hydro room that is currently locked.
Okay. These oh my gosh, these salamanders have stone.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do, sir. And there is one blocking your path on the way to the other place. Thank you, sir.
One thing of note with Mystic Quest in particular, damage really stops being relevant. Maybe less so in this type of seed because of scaling, but damage falls off as far as being relevant or scary, and it really turns into a status factory, if you will. What enemies have statuses that can really mess you up, so what things are going to chain stone, what things are going to decide to cooperate and actually punch, since you can absorb an attack. And this particular batch of enemies in this lava dome are very status happy, and particularly it's the confuse and petrify statuses that are the problem, because there are very limited resistances available for them. One piece of armor for each, and the companion, in this case Ruben, cannot resist any of it. The only companion that can resist either one is Kaylee, who resists exactly stone, but no one resists confuse.
Did you know you couldn't go up here? Anyways, Hatak, did you go down or up in the maze?
I went up in the maze.
All right, thank you.
And I'm greeted immediately by hot wings, and I'm forced
Don't worry,
to fight them.
South is also a forced hot wings. Oh man, this is so cool, guys.
Oh my gosh.
If only
I'm
we
out
had a
of
partner with a spell like Flare or White, which
Oh,
are
thank you,
available on
Ruben.
two of the partners.
So Ruben is confused, and I just ate a morning star to the face.
Delicious. South is the lock, by the way, or the switch.
Okay. So I'll have to go south at some point, but that means that there's probably more treasure to be had going north.
Don't worry, I'll come past you that way as well. As you get bodied by hot wings, I assume.
Oh, I'm
hot
getting
wings.
bodied by
Yeah.
I'm getting bodied by everything. Everything is critting.
I am now utilizing exit to the fullest extent of the law.
What are some of the spells for the other companions? Asking for a friend for later on?
Tristram has Flare Meteor, Arrow. Phoebe has White Cure. Kaylee is as well, she's got Cure.
So you want either Phoebe or Tristan, is what you're saying?
No, actually, Ruben is really good for the boss rush. It would be really cool if we kept him for that whole time. It'd be really useful and awesome and beneficial.
I like
You know what's
this
really
reverse
funny?
psychology.
That's actually not too far off, because Ruben has Cure.
Yeah, and his magic set is really good, guys.
All right.
So you don't want to stick this with Ruben. That would be too easy.
So in the first left door in the lobby, there's a knight sword,
Man, that is actually tempting at this point.
which
Almost.
is actually, gonna probably stay on me for a little while because the speed.
Oh my god, I hate this game sometimes. Oh, the hot wings
yeah, so-
guarding the entrance, that is hilarious.
Oh, and then do the pointless cave check is vanilla, so you should do that.
All right.
It's a level up for somebody. I just don't know who.
That would be Phoebe. The most useless companion that nobody should ever force us to use.
Loving the reverse psychology here.
What are you talking about?
We would never
see
lie
them.
to the viewers.
I'll
The
get the level
viewers
for
are
posterity's
saying-
sake.
Isn't it so much more fun having Ruben and having everything not be easy than just steamrolling? I think chat's onto something here.
All right, I found Hydra.
So
I
you're
found
saying
Hydra's
we
room.
have got to
Yeah.
pull our bootstraps up?
You know, actually, I don't need to unlock Hydra's door to fight Hydra. So
Oh yeah, I always
we're
forget
gonna
that. So what room is
we're
missing
gonna-
behind? Oh no, we have to. The double item room is behind Hydra's door, and that is 2 red chests I just saw.
Ooh.
So, but you can do that after Hydra, I think. Well, unless it's armor, I'll go check it for both of us.
Yeah, go check it, and I'll let you know how much this Hydra loves charity.
All right. I actually can't wait.
Oh, we do have someone from chat who has said they would like to be a savior and
Cool.
and save y'all from getting Phoebe
my.
by adding 20 more for Ruben. So
Oh,
chat might be looking
no.
out for y'all.
Thank you so much, chat. Oh, thank you.
Chat coming in clutch again, from what I think I just heard.
Yep. We definitely want to stockpile that Ruben money.
Well, I mean, if we actually find our way to Dark King, which
Yeah, if we could get
will
there.
be a little bit of a challenge
Oh
right
my
now.
gosh.
It is worth noting for chat that every companion has life as a base. So you don't have to worry about sticking the runners with someone who doesn't have life. All companions have life, thankfully. That would be truly a horrific experience otherwise.
Yeah, well, why don't you go ahead and tell everybody how good Ruben is with Life Possum? See how much it matters. So good. He's so helpful.
Oh yeah, right, that's the part where I'm supposed to talk. Got it.
No, yeah, Ruben may have life, but he is so stinking slow that, especially during like endgame, he may not have the opportunity to use it in a timely manner. Especially since we won't be able to get him to level 41. Since his 4th quest is the 37 shards. Okay, so Hydra door is not required. How do we get there? What are we missing? No.
Hydra, the Hydra actual room is in the lobby. It's one of the bottom doors. It's the start of the path to Hydra.
Okay.
All right, level 14. What could possibly go wrong? Oh, and there's a red chest behind Hydra.
Okay. What's our timer at? Since I accidentally insta-split it at 6 milliseconds.
51 and change.
Oh my, okay.
Okay, Hydra has Confuse.
Cupid Locket coming in clutch yet again. The room behind Hydra can't be random, so I'm very confused to how to get to that double item room.
Well, that was the room with the Knight Sword. That was the only thing in it of value.
Oh, okay,
So-
thank you.
Hatox did pick it up, but
Yes, he did.
yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna go get it too.
So I can tell you right now that this Hydra is also a fan of charity.
Oh, goody. Let me guess, Ruben's super helpful in the fight as well, right?
Oh, I mean, Ruben's just catching Confuses and just not letting go.
Okay, well, I'm level 20. I've got to imagine that means something, right?
It means you have 800 hit points on your main character.
Yeah, that's what it means.
Right? Ruben couldn't possibly hit you for, like, you know, almost all of your health.
No, he would never crit Benjamin, right? Oh, good miss there, baby.
That is interesting, though, that Ruben is sometimes outspeeding this Hydra for you, Hitox. That is very unexpected.
It is, but what's also
That
a little
is.
bit of a... It's also kind of sad is all these confusions that are just stacking on Ruben.
I'm about to do something that, if you're not familiar with the rando or the speedrun of this game, you may not understand. Just a quick. Okay. Yeah, I'm totally gonna do it, and it's gonna work. An item duplication. What you do is queue up an item to use in battle. The game will subtract it from your inventory, as if you're going to use it like you're intending. You run away, and the game will like give you back the item plus another item. I don't know. I'm not very smart in Mystic Quest. I'm just good at playing the game. So now you just get an extra seed every time you do this, and it's very simple.
And actually, to just highlight something extra there, even on the failed run, you still get an extra seed. So you're able to, in that particular situation, duplicate to a fight, which is honestly faster.
Yeah, if you don't do that. If Ruben doesn't sleep, you can technically duplicate on the second turn as well.
True.
Yeah, you need your partner to have an action so you can still run away or still back out of the item use.
Well,
All things you would know if you were good at the game.
If anyone wants to VOD dive this, I actually duplicated a seed in battle. I had one queued up, and my partner and Ben took a dive, and so that gives you the seed back plus one more.
Yep, that is correct, because the game basically functions off the counter of you go to use it, it does not subtract it until the actual consumption, but when you get revived and your turn comes back around, it puts the +1 back. It's very strange. The game is silly in a sense in that way, but it works to our runners' benefit here rather than their detriment, which, you know, if we're being honest, is probably a good thing right now.
Basically what it does is...
Hydra.
Go ahead.
Hydra will change his attacks in phase 2.
Is it more reasonable?
It's just so far it's just really strong physical.
Oh, good. That's probably good for you at level 14.
You know, his pile driver is not completely pile driving me.
I'm gonna go ahead and chalk your run up to Possum Luck. I didn't get confused one time, as is tradition.
As is tradition.
Look, I'm just pulling the negative RNG out of the world generally for y'all to succeed. Someone's got to be the tank.
Just for me, not for Hitox, which I appreciate, by the way.
And yes,
You know, I've had some good, I've had some good practice seeds happening, so I suppose I was due for one of these.
And to address a comment from chat, yes, the level 6 difference between the two main characters does result in about 100 damage difference from the meteor spell. It also goes to illustrate the fact that levels really don't matter. The spell power is the big thing. Your companions, as they level up, will gain way more than your actual main character will as far as like magic power and things like that. And we see Ten is actually ahead of Hitox now in this fight, partially because he's able to just keep on pushing through with big spells where Hitox has to take a lot of time to recover and kind of go into triage mode.
If this is the Cupid lock, I'm gonna laugh so hard.
Okay, there's no phase 4 in Hydra, so
Oh my lord.
I'm getting my crystal.
Perfect.
Yeah, you're both getting the crystal seconds apart. It's beautiful.
You're gonna be very happy with the reward.
Show me my Cupid locket.
I think this means it's time to go to Ice Pyramid and get our last Ruben level available. Maybe? You might want to get a level or two on some battlefields.
Yeah, I'm gonna need some levels, but what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna hug some... Actually, let's see, how much money do I have?
Oh, I should have received. That would have been super smart.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot. Okay, so we're gonna we're gonna spend a moment on some
Oh
battle.
my, I'm still getting outspent by. What are you doing?
Hey, speaking of getting outspended, I don't have to say anything else, do I? Taco Mage has jumped in with a $25 donation. And they say, since I hate to see runners suffer, I shall save you from the possibility of getting saddled with that useless Phoebe by donating this $25 to locking in the far superior Ruben. Taco, thank you very much for your generous donation.
Yeah, thank you very much for your generous donation.
Yes, thank you, Taco. You're amazing.
Really appreciated on this side of the TV or computer. Super cool. It may not sound like it, but thank you so much.
Palpable appreciation. It is just a
It's
wonderful
there.
thing to see.
So we're reaching the hour point, or past the hour point now by this time, I imagine. We are still missing really crucial go mode items, being the Thunder Rock, which allows Spencer to move the boat, or no, open the Rainbow Bridge to get to the boat, and then also the Dragon Claw. Not to mention any piece of equipment that'll give us any sort of survivability in endgame.
You have
So
Gaia
very-
armor. Relax.
Yeah, and then you're right. We do have Ruben, who's, as we have already discussed, like the best. So that's a good point. We should be okay. In reality,
I
though, we are
believe
just
in
in
both of
trouble
you.
right now. We are just in trouble. I was expecting the Ruben push. I was really hoping Ruben would have rolled a single usable spell, and that's on me for expecting. What just happened? Did they just survive a Mega and a Ruben? Hello? Oh my.
Well, they have a baseline of 800. If they roll 150, that's 12.
Yeah, it
That's
sure
how
is
math
12.
works.
It sure is 12. Oh. Hey, by the way, level 21's not good enough apparently for Ice Pyramid. It is, but it's not.
All right. Have we introduced Mog yet to our viewers?
I haven't. I've briefly mentioned it, but not in any sort of depth.
Okay. Well, let me get my cure spell first.
That would have been a super smart thing for me to do a while ago. Hinting
All
literally
right,
anything
so,
of use.
So I have enough gold right now, so I'm gonna talk to this dude, this little robot guy right here. He's a new addition to the randomizer as of 1.6, and he's gonna offer hints. He's gonna ask. He's basically, want to know where the something is. So like, he's offering me clues to the charm pendant. I'm gonna tell him no for now, because if I come back later after getting some of that stuff, he will have a different hint for me. I'm also gonna go visit some other towns, because Mog in different towns has different hints.
Which one did you just check? The that was Aquaria, right?
That was Fireberg.
Okay. Where are you going right now?
I'm gonna go to Aquaria and see what Mog has to say to me.
All right. I am legitimately leaving Ice Pyramid already. I will go
and
to
Mog
Windia.
will. Oh yeah, Mog will always be in the inn, so all you gotta do is find the inn. Do you want to know where the Mobius crest is? I do know where
No,
the
we already
Mobius
have
crest
it.
is.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Well, I know where it is. I didn't pick it up yet.
So this might be interesting where 10 can double back and go there and get a different hint than Hatox. This might be where that expert communication TM comes in, where like, what 10 could do is literally leave a save on the overworld, then exit back and check that hint, and then just reset his game.
That would have been
So
super
there's
smart.
a lot of options that you could do here.
No. Okay, Dragon Claw is Kaylee Elixir. Oh my goodness, dude. Well, this is gonna be fun. Oh boy. What do we even do? Like, we can get through Ice Pyramid probably. It's just gonna be a pain. So that means we need to find the key item called the elixir. We need to give it to Kaylee's mom so she can cure Kaylee from her poison, and then talk to them in Windia, which is seemingly. Oh, the elixir. Let's go. It's in
Oh?
focus tower. Okay.
What?
So we need Venus key. Oh. Okay. All right. This is gonna be
I
fine.
guess.
Wait,
Sorry,
no. That's
expert
a
communication.
yeah.
Where was Wakewater?
It was early in the Firebug region, the battlefield. I want to say.
Battlefield. All right, we're just gonna leave that there. I don't need the Dragon Claw for what I'm about to attempt to do.
Okay, what are you about to attempt to do?
We're gonna attempt Ice Pyramid in all of its glory.
All right. I mean, I think that's my only option as well. So I'm just gonna have to suck it up and go back, I think. So Venus Key's got to be in Pyramid. I've got to imagine.
Oh, these beholders are what we're talking about.
Yeah, the good ones. What am I doing? I was dumb.
Flame Sweep.
Wait, you haven't beaten Medusa, have you?
Nope.
You know what? I'm gonna do that. He says
Flame
before
Sweep.
getting bodied by Medusa.
3 Flame Sweeps. Okay, let's try that again.
Do you happen to have a running count of your charity checks, Atox?
Oh, I'm in the low teens, easy. I'm pretty sure if I were actually counting all the flamerous deaths, we'd probably be in the 20s.
Cool. It's
So,
just a couple.
Yeah. So, Sunflash, just tell me what incentives need meeting at some point. And, we'll be sure to get that funded.
Well, I understand there might be an incentive open for getting any partner other than Ruben off. For
Yes, donate towards our own game, please. I beg of you, Atox. I mean, Ruben's so good, guys. Keep donating to Ruben.
So up next, we have my tired self going to be playing a Skyrim manual randomizer. Got a couple things open. There's a bid war for sniping the character race that I have to roll with. Right now, I'm going to be rolling a cat. That's only at $15, so 16 or more changes that. Currently, the follower that I'm going to have to use is Eric the Slayer. And then there's another option that'll be closing at the end of this one to determine if I am going to exit the Helgen attack with either Hadvar or Ralof, Empire or Stormcloak. And we've already met the fishing incentive that hard requires me to use a fishing pole instead of hand catching fish. Thank you. That's going to be my slow point, yeah. Something about timing out wizard magic for every $5 for this particular run. I'm sure no one wants me to.
Oh no, we can't do that.
Yeah, Atox, why don't you donate towards that? That would make our game more fun, wouldn't it?
I mean, I could do it right now while I'm fighting these beholders who love charity, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, they sure do, don't they?
Yeah.
This is Elixir, man. Okay. Medusa's heal.
There's also this neat thing about wizard magic and not being able to use it, since Ruben doesn't have any.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Alright,
So now would be a good time to
Pyramid
point
is-
out that the reason why these beholders are taking so long and they're so terrible is because they have natural reflect. So you can't dispel reflect in this game. You either have it or you don't. And in the beholder's case, is permanently attached to them.
Yeah, it makes them really fun. Not just in the rando, but in vanilla speedruns as well. They're super fun to deal with.
Their script is lovely also when it gets put on other things. They have blind flash, which is not too bad, but it's a time waster. But they also have this lovely thing called self-destruct, and self-destruct does not work properly in this game. What it does is, regardless of how much HP they have left, so let's say they had 1200 HP and you dealt 1199, they only have 1 HP left. You would think, oh, they use self-destruct. Like, let's think Pokemon. It'll do, I don't know, what its remaining HP left is, or multiplied by something, right? No.
Oh
It
my.
literally just does their maximum, period. So you could have 1 HP left on them, they self-destruct, does 1200. Or whatever it moves to. It's a
That's
really fun
brutal.
move. It is brutal, yeah.
Yeah, thankfully we're not playing with that level of the script randomization, because you could roll literally any boss with that as well, and it's tough to get through if you're possum, I imagine, with that beautiful possum LUT.
I mean, it's also worth just noting in this, it's progressive enemizer as well, right? So the fact that y'all got so much in the way of confusion early on and other things, honestly, is just a pretty brutal roll. Like, it shows off what can happen, but this is definitely on the higher end of what you would expect out of this flag set, which is great for viewers, but, you know, great for the Liam Foundation, not great for Hitox's pocketbook.
You know what's nice though is I ran from the Beholder battle and now I only has to deal with 2 of them. So
Ooh.
So much easier, right?
Well, it's really easy when Ruben hits on auto and it's a crit and takes one of them out.
Oh, nice.
Which means that my megas do full damage plus the bonus.
All right, I dove. I don't even know, the secret room, the vanilla secret room door. I did that my one time here. I think that was it.
Okay. Did you do any of the free chests in the lobby?
I did. Yeah, there's no reds. Sorry, regular free is the Mobius, and then the vertical path right next to that is a shard, and then the other 2 are brown.
Okay. All right,
Which
I'm
way
gonna
have you
just
gone?
take them. I just got my Mobius crest, so.
Okay, I'm gonna go left,
guess
straight left, and do those doors.
Okay, I'm gonna go north.
All right.
North is, nope, nothing.
There was one red here, wasn't there? Oh, come, you do. Oh yeah, I love you, magicians.
Oh, the sorcerers.
Yep.
The upgraded
Blocking
magicians.
the switch to get a red chest, which I don't even want at this point. I don't even know how many shards I have. Yeah, it's the great one.
Run.
Oh my goodness, this is just brutal.
Can you run from the sorcerers?
I have not attempted yet. I'm gonna guess probably not. Oh no. They have double para, by the way, or they have paralyzed, which I'm sure you found out by now.
Oh yeah, I can vouch for that.
It's very funny seeing 3 of the 4 people on screen. Sorry, all 4 now paralyzed or fatal. Yeah, this is.
I cannot run away.
Single counter, double sorcerer, single beholder, just decimating y'all's teams.
This is
all right.
So cool.
Admit, I went into this going, oh, they just got like a 50% bonus killing. It'll be nothing.
That's what I thought too.
Well, I think so far I think 10, I think this is what happened. I think everything so far has rolled, or at least in the Earth region, you know, early on, everything rolled the 50%, and I think everything else got the 150% treatment.
Yeah, and the neat part is with this,
yeah.
we've done up to 300% on stuff like this before, and it was honestly less pain.
Yeah, it was easier than this.
But it was much easier than this. And to answer a question from chat, this is a co-op run. It's very much a bottleneck. So that's why our runners are both trying to get through what they can basically in the same location and kind of communicating like best strategies if they exist. You know, get lucky, don't get unlucky seems to be the prevailing wisdom at the moment. But they are doing a co-op run of this. So yeah, solo this would be honestly not that much different. That's kind of the weird part with this particular role, and that happens sometimes.
I made it through that singular fight to get my 1 shard, by the way. Oh wait, it's Apollo Helm.
Okay. What?
That's
what
huge.
Helm?
Apollo. So left, north door. That makes sense.
Okay. Oh, the
one that goes to
sorcerer.
the one that goes to vanilla. Like, I don't even know what that room's called. The single chest that nobody ever checks. Just the left path, the upper of the two.
Okay, the one where the sorcerer is guarding something.
Correct. Yeah, I don't. That's our first key item behind a vanilla brown chest, I think.
Expert communication, folks.
Well, yeah, all very technical terms.
Just go
So now-
up past the thing and
Yeah,
around the corner.
Okay. All right. Gotcha. Going right now.
Yeah, the neat
Okay.
part of this quest is you don't have rooms with names. It's literally just like Ice Pyramid Floor 1. There's no, very few rooms have actual nicknames and monikers, like in FFR, for example, where you have, your Sharknado room, and you have your Greed Chest, and you have People's Gambit, and you have Bubbles, disposal room, and things like that. Shout out to everyone always making sure Bubbles goes away. Love you, Bubbles. You just don't have that in this game. There's very few of those. You have like the glitchy collision room, which we didn't even see because in the mine, we didn't have to go to that one. Go ahead, 10.
I was just gonna ask what I'm supposed to be doing, but I think I figured it out. The only progression is the wait. Where's? Okay, never mind. I do need help. Where do I go?
You probably need to go into the center room. I really want this Apollo helm, but I don't think I'm willing to fight much longer for it. Especially because my sorcerers came paired with a beholder.
Oh, the one room I went to and got walled and left from before. Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah,
Oh,
so that,
no,
that
I accidental
center
fight,
one.
please.
Uh-oh.
No, come on, game. Have we mentioned how good Ruben is? By the way, literally any other partner is faster than Ruben, so these runs would probably be guaranteed. Tristram also is the fastest partner, so it would certainly be guaranteed. Just as a side note, not saying we need to use anybody else, obviously, because Ruben is Bay.
Not trying to hint anything, but
No, not at all. Not me pulling out my own debit card to donate $55 towards Phoebe.
I would almost think Tristram would be more desirable, but
At this point, honestly, that probably is true. No.
I mean,
Uh-oh.
there's nothing in the rule set that says you can't donate to your own run, so...
I mean, Tristram has flair, so he actually
He does.
pretty interesting right now.
true.
No, beholder. No.
Alright,
Do all
I'm
that
going
work.
around the
Yes.
right side.
Okay.
Oh, I have water hags. That's fine.
I have never had to save so many times at level 23 in this game.
Did you make it past floor 3 yet?
No.
Are you on the right side or the left side?
I'm doing right side for Switch.
Y'all are on
Okay.
the same side again.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's a race.
Yes, a very
I'm not
reasonable.
sure.
Oh, yep.
I'm not
Yep.
sure it's a race anyone wants to win.
No. Oh, good flare, buddy. Good flare. Cupid locket. Clem in the clutch again.
This is reminding me of some of those runs and races where you're like, look, I just want you to win so I can forfeit.
We would never do that.
Yeah, if this wasn't co-op, that would be 100% be the case.
Yeah.
Hitox, we're officially
No,
enemies now. Please just win.
I say, if one suffers, we all suffer.
For a good cause.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes,
Oh, the worms rolled Hydra Fire Breath? Is that what I just saw?
that's what I just saw too.
Cool, 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 cool.
We must be in the same area.
Again, same fight.
Oh,
Ah, look at Pazuzu's sprite there. Look at that.
Twinsies.
Oh, and then we're dead. Oh, oh. Fun fact about Mystic Quest: if your partner is blind, the defend command just doesn't work. So I was using defend with Ruben, but he couldn't see Benjamin to defend him, I suppose, and I got bodied there.
But you were able to run.
Yes, I was. From one singular worm, or whatever that was. It is very rare in these randomizers where every single stack of enemies is this much of a problem, and it's so fun.
I personally just call this Saturday, but I mean, each their own.
This has like been the most amazing seed I've played in a while, and that's saying something.
It really is. It's been very unique. I've never had this much like challenge from the start, basically. I mentioned a couple times, not even the 300% run again was this difficult for whatever reason. We just got lucky on attack rolls or something like that, or lucky enough, I suppose.
You know, I'm gonna scum this beholder battle to see if I can get a chance. I have 2 of them. So
Man,
that
I
is a
am
thing in
almost
Mystic.
out of seeds.
So that is a thing in Mystic Quest. Enemies have multiple sets, variations of party formation, we'll call it. And so by running out of a battle and re-entering it, you have a chance to change the formation and get something more friendly.
Yeah,
All
those
right,
all
then.
actually go toward, or they're all based off the vanilla actual battle formations. So once you know, or once you're familiar with like all the different things, you know exactly what you can run from and get a different roll on.
However,
I was gonna say that would be an awesome randomizer option. Just completely random formations. Oh my.
yeah, however, the issue with
Oh,
it is, despite knowing what the formations are, there's no RTA viable way to do anything with it because of the way the formations are determined. Basically, the way it's done is you have 34 frame windows typically within a 256 frame cycle, and that's where, depending on the frame you land on entering the fight, that's the formation you get. It's absolutely fantastic that that's how it's done. It's like an anti RTA viable, programmer's dream. It's like a magnum opus as to how they determined so much of this stuff from a programming side, just to make sure you could never successfully break the game, down to its core in an RTA setting. It's beautiful under the hood.
Yeah, let me tell you, vanilla speedrunners love that about this game. We love not having any viable way to do anything of use for that.
so 10. I've made it to
Yeah.
floor 4 now.
Yeah,
And we gotta move.
I'm in
Oh.
trouble. I need to dupe seeds, and I can't run from a single formation in here. I have really fumbled the bag, as it were.
Well, that is unfortunate. So I made it into the ice prison. There's a moon helm, which was very helpful. Unfortunately, that's all there was that was helpful.
All right. Wait, when you say the prison, which party? Oh, the way.
The one that you drop
drop
down into,
Yeah.
and you gotta hit the switch to get out. So in door shuffle, the switch is already open.
Which switch?
The 4th floor inside switch to let yourself out of the prison.
The drop down.
The drop down, yeah.
Oh, okay, interesting. Guess I never really noticed for some reason. Sounds right. Oh, good
And I
job,
made
Ruben.
a small boo-boo. I forgot to refill magic. So every time I have to soft reset, I'm also counting that as a party wipe. So I'm pretty sure we're gonna be close to 20 soon.
Here's the neat part, though, about the fight that Tox was on, and we see one of them on 10's side as well, the Manticores. Refilling magic is neat against, like, the vast majority of things, Manticores resist both earth and fire, which would be meteor and flare. So they're, I mean, if you're not going to refill magic against a fight, that's the fight to not refill it against. It's a rough one. It's not a great one to run into. They are excellent.
Funny, yeah. The
Got
funny
one
thing
down.
right before we went live with this, Hitox and I were talking, and I suggested maybe going to 25% enemy density instead of 50, just because, you know, it'll be easy. We don't need all the enemies because we're running on 4x XP gain. And you know, 50% will be more fun for the viewers, and that was just a mistake. It was just straight up a mistake.
By the way, Sunflash, we are gonna be coming up on I think our estimate soon, so just let us know what you want us to do.
Yeah, we're actually really close to 130 already.
Yeah, we're at 124 right now.
My goodness.
It's amazing.
This really goes to show you it doesn't matter your flags, anything can screw you over, I guess. Because like any other flag set, Hitox and I are done in an hour. Possum's done in an hour. Like it's just on average, that's like an hour-long run, almost across the board. And then here we are, still missing 2 go mode items.
Okay, I'm back. I heard something about estimates and etc.
Yes, we are coming up on ours.
I thought this was gonna be easy. No, okay, no one quoted
The
that.
charm! We're one step closer.
Hey!
One step closer to the old fabled Cupid locket that existed earlier today.
Hey, we know it exists. Possum did say he saw it.
Have you started the fight yet?
The fight with who?
Icicle.
Everyone.
Oh no,
we're starting
I'm not.
fights with
No,
everyone.
we're still trying to work our way through the 5th floor without falling down.
All right.
As far as estimates and everything goes, the Skyrim one is absolutely a showcase. We've slotted out like 4 hours and 15 minutes or something silly for it, because there's no way I'm going to be able to do a full run in that time because it's still Skyrim. I'm okay with, you know, if we go ahead and let's see where we are when we actually hit your
Go mode, all right.
45-ish, so about 15 odd minutes, little maybe closer to 20. About 20 minutes, see where we're at and reconvene there type thing.
Alrighty. I don't know what I just got, but it was not worth it. But we still need the level for Ruben. Okay, so what's left?
So what's left?
We need Venus Key to get anything right now. Could you access any key items in Pazu's tower?
Hey. I might have to get my wallet out. I've got a $55 donation from. Do you want me to actually say your name, or do you want me to keep it secret?
Possum, no.
It has a single comment that says Tristram.
Wait.
Oh.
Does that bring us over the top?
Yeah, it puts us on top. That puts Tristram on top.
Oh my goodness, where was Tristram? He was in. I am immediately going. Do you remember where he was?
Phoebe's house.
Thank you, anonymous donator Possum. Maybe.
Like how I haven't said
He
anything
understands.
and you've
He
decided.
It's canon. It is now canon in my brain that it is Possum to save us from despair.
Just trying to have mercy upon you.
Hey, well, that means you can dip Ice Pyramid Hitox for the time being, unless you just want to finish it in case somebody donates $5 to get Ruben back.
Where
I mean,
it's
$600 to get Ruben back. That's the requirement right now.
just as I think we'll just say our savior and guardian angel was donating. I found out that Ice Golem rolled the 50%.
Yeah, he was the only easy thing we've done so far, I think.
He was the only gentle soul that we've met.
All right, I'm in
Yeah.
P Tower at this moment.
Yeah,
Trying
the
to
only
find
dental troll that you met,
item.
not
Wait
the
a minute.
person who gave
You know what
Tristan.
we're forgetting because of these donation incentives is the NPC quests, like Tristram at Bone Dungeon and Phoebe in Winter Cave. Those are guaranteed to be our
is-
wall almost.
Oh, we're gonna feel pretty dumb if that's our wall.
Yeah, I didn't even consider that as a possibility, even though it's so obvious now. So each character's
and-
got a little push quest where you take them to a
Yes.
location and they give you an item. And since NPCs are incentivized, doing them gives you a key item, such as the mask from Tristram. So you may want to grab Phoebe if she's available to you, Hatox, just to check. And so any one of these characters, well, I guess Phoebe or Tristram could have our wall here, our ungate. We already
Alright,
know
well,
that.
I just grabbed Tristram, so I'll get
Okay.
his 2 items pretty quickly.
Well, I'll check to see if you
Um,
even bothered. The mask is useless.
Alright.
Bailey,
where
we
was-
already know is required because we don't have to actually pick her up, which is nice. But we know she's holding our go mode item. Charm Claw, you can dip Tristram. If you know where Phoebe is, that is. Hey, look. It's
And
her...
then, of course, get him back.
Oh, wait. Ruben's dad as well. Okay, never mind.
You know what? I think Phoebe was it was in Fireberg. I think she's in Ruben's house.
No. She's no longer in Ruben's house. I wonder where that put her. I'm checking Windia. Huh. So she wasn't in Light Temple. Sand Temple. Where was Sand Temple at? Best part is, even though this may be an unwall, it technically wouldn't have made our run that much easier because we could still have been walled by all of the things we've been walled by since they were all enemies anyways.
Alright, let's go talk to Arion. Arion,
He's
skip
dead.
Arion.
Is there Kaij Temple in play in this?
There is, I didn't see in there. Didn't see Phoebe. She might be, no, she wasn't in Forest either. She has to be in Sand Temple. I don't think I've seen her.
I can guarantee that she is in Sand Temple with our
Yeah.
expert communication.
And do you recall where Sand Temple was? It looks like Windia, perhaps.
Fireberg region, where
Yeah, like I
Seal
said,
would normally
Fireberg.
be.
All right, thank you.
Also, I'm not sure how I feel
Let's
about
go
this
to the
Tristram
battlefield over
donation,
there.
because Hatox's Tristram is still level 7.
Oh, I didn't consider that. I legitimately played through this game thinking that nobody's gonna ever get us off Ruben, so I didn't bother with any quests. I got lucky. My Tristram is 23.
Oh, that's because you defeated Medusa and probably cleared 7 battlefields. I'll get there
Yes.
eventually.
You'll get the Chocobo and Windia for free.
Heads up, Phoebe in her Wintry Cave check has the Venus key.
There it is.
Oh.
There's our money.
Okay, but I need to remember now how to get the Wake Water.
Battlefield Fireberg, I believe it was.
Okay.
Make sure you grab Tristram before doing that part. You might want to check Phoebe's number 2 before. Wait, no, she doesn't have a second one. Never mind. Where was
Just-
Tristan?
I
I already
hope-
forgot. He was here.
I hope Tristram's in the Fireberg,
Oh, the hotel, right?
the hotel.
I think even with the random locations, their
Oh, yep.
second location's set. I'm trying to think of how much time this would have saved us if we had this thought 20 minutes, 30 minutes ago.
Down
And
that
I don't
path
know.
lies madness. If I
The
just
good news
played
is-
better.
Well, the good news is they're on the right path now. The light at the end of the tunnel has
Yes.
been revealed, if you will. And they
Oh,
won't be
49
stuck with
refractors.
Ruben unless chat donates.
Yeah.
That's
For
going to put
the
us
end
so
of
far
it.
overestimate. If we put all this time into Tristram and then have to switch back to Ruben, oh, that'd be hilarious. And I would be very happy and not upset at all.
And I saw 10 on your side. There was a Thunder Rock hint there. Did it say where it
It
was?
was a Thunder Seal hint.
Oh, unfortunate. My apologies.
Yes, we do know where Dragon Claw is. I'm going to grab that right now.
Are you sure that wasn't a Cupid rocket?
This. All right. Rest is here. We still don't know where Thunder Rock is, as we just mentioned. Hopefully, a hint turns into that eventually. It'll only hint things that you don't have in theory. It's kind of buggy sometimes, but
oh, you know what? We have Venus
where am I
Key
going?
and we have Wakewater. I'm gonna go down to Spencer.
Yes, that was going to be my next thing, is checking to see if that is something.
Yeah. So there's 2 red boxes, by the way, in the game, in the randomizer. The chest next to Spencer and the chest in the back of Focus Tower. Those are considered NPCs as well. So with these flags, they are guaranteed to have an item. Spencer has white, and the chest has the Giant's Axe.
Okay, Dragon Claw obtained, which only really means that I might have to do all of Pazuzu's tower.
Or live forest?
We haven't done tree yet.
Yeah. So either of those options that are really both reasonable and super fun to do are on the table, especially with the internal dungeon shuffle. Super cool.
Did you do the blue battlefield on the Aquaria ledge?
Yes,
By the back of Focus Tower.
I couldn't tell you what's there though. I'm sorry. I don't think it was important, but you need levels anyways, I guess, maybe.
My Tristram needs levels, that's for sure.
Oh
The
my
good thing is
goodness.
Tristram rolled Flare at 23, Meteor at 15. So as soon as you get 2 quests done, he is fully able to be utilized. And even at level 23, he will be better than Ruben was at 34.
Yep. Oh yeah, so something about the battlefields in Mystic Quest. Normally they all come with this little swords icon here. That's adjacent to me right now. In the randomizer, you can shuffle what the battlefield reward is, but then it gets a little hard to tell what has what. So we've made it easy. If it's gray and has swords, it's an experience battlefield. I'm gonna move down here. If it's green and has like a gill icon, it's a money battlefield. And then if it's blue and has a treasure chest icon, it is a treasure battlefield or an item battlefield.
Yeah, without that, it would be near impossible. You'd have to full clear every battlefield just for the chance to get an item, pretty much. And we just recently had a flag set that's been used where the battlefield rewards actually aren't shuffled, but key items are incentivized in them. So if you don't know the actual location of vanilla item battlefields, then you are in trouble. And I am certainly one of those people.
I think we were all one of those people, because I remember just having to quickly Google a map as I was running
Yep. Vanilla Excalibur is Venus Shield.
Okay, I thought I got that one, but I guess the shield icon next to me is empty, so I clearly did not.
You may have reset out of it, maybe, or I don't think. Yeah, it wasn't Dragonclaw required.
Oh, that
But
would
yes,
have
it
made
was.
everything so much easier.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
no,
would have
probably
helped
was.
a little bit. I think it was across the gap in that one room.
Yeah.
I'm officially out of bombs. This is fun.
Oh, so you can Jin skip for free.
Yes, I could go visit the weird glitchy room for free. That is true. Yeah, so you run out of bombs. There's actually kind of a cool it's not even really a glitch, it's just an animation skip, kind of like Possum was mentioning earlier with Jin skip, except it just uses the bomb without having a bomb, but the animation doesn't play. So if I want to blow open one of the doors, it just instantly disappears with 0 animation, 0 delay. It's a cool trick that we try to like route into the vanilla speedruns just to actually save a little bit of time. I'll demonstrate it here. It just disappears. It's difficult to do on purpose. It's very easy to do on accident in these randomizers. And then the best part about internal dungeon shuffle and Pazuzu's tower is I need to find the 2 floors above and below Pazuzu, but who knows where they are?
Well, if you
There's-
found Excalibur, then you found one of them.
Yes, I have not found 5 yet. Or 2. I found the middle of 2, but that is not helpful. Where am I going?
Do you want to know where the Thunder Rock is?
Yeah, why not?
Well, this is interesting.
No.
Oh, this is interesting.
No.
Okay. Are we still friends?
Oh my goodness.
For about 10 more seconds, I have a feeling.
Oh my goodness.
The Thunder Rock is in the second floor giant tree chest. Second floor giant tree Ghidra's chest.
Oh, so what you're saying, absolute worst case scenario right now?
I mean,
Cool.
I remember like Ghidra's chest is not actually guarded by Ghidra. If you find the
that's
door,
true. That's true. In the shuffle, you're right. Good
Yeah.
point. We're still friends now. That's okay. Like 10 seconds there, we were not friends before you said that.
This would be way worse if it wasn't the internal shuffle, because you would have to go through the entire tree, fight Ghidra, do the whole thing. You may still have to do that. We don't know what the gating's going to be.
That's
But-
kind of true.
Don't
It
count your
remains-
chickens before they hatch.
But bravo, gentlemen, on the roll. This is a beauty. This is just a marathon roll, and you love to see it
is.
as a viewer.
And if you don't know anything about Mystic Quest, I'm sure it's equally as fun for you.
Oh, it's been a blast.
All right, I have actually reached my shard count finally. I just realized I'm at 29.
I
hoping
actually
you're
just
close.
hit who I'm at 23.
And we
Well,
need
24
perfect.
now.
Oh, we only needed 23. Oh well.
I'm looking both for the door to Ghidra's chest. I found Ghidra himself. I might just fight him for fun.
I've never heard that sentence ever in my life.
Well, okay, I forget. Does the door behind him, will that...
No, that one is just the cutscene.
That's just the cutscene, right?
Yeah. That door is locked here, isn't it? It is.
Alright, you know what? We're gonna go on the theory that Ghidra is... The chest is not vanilla.
Just leave a save. Scum it if you need to.
Hey, you know what? That's a pretty smart idea. I've got 3 save slots. I can't deposit them in my bank account.
No, but Ghidra could certainly charity check you.
I am a big believer in save scumming. It's, I think, a wonderful habit to pick up when running any of these randomizers competitively. Yeah, more so
Well, I
in
am
some
too.
games than others, but
So none of that was helpful.
Okay.
So pathing through the tree,
It's just as
When
fun
you
as
get-
Zeus Tower.
oh my gosh, that was vanilla, okay.
I might. Where? Oh, I gotta go this way. So many doors, so many staircases.
You know what? I think I have to fight Ghidra.
I'm trying to find a path to anywhere, and maybe that door is. No, there's no way, because the tutorial trigger would be somewhere else then, or the cutscene trigger. But I also am stuck. I don't know where else to go.
No,
I've seen
the
Ghidra,
door
but I don't.
that Ghidra, the
Did
door
you-
that Ghidra locks. There's a room
Oh
I think
my
right
goodness,
next to
you are
him.
right.
that you have to, you know,
The vanilla
thing,
Ghidra door.
the vanilla Ghidra door.
Oh my goodness.
what about the
This is
drop
peak.
down? Does that lead somewhere else?
Drop downs are vanilla, if I recall.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Thank goodness
they'll
we have
take
double
you to
meteor
the
for this,
floor.
or else it'd not be fun. And of course, the skeletons rolled high. Why wouldn't they? Just a reminder, they have the ability to roll low. We have it open to down to 75%, and like, nothing has rolled low.
I, for one, just appreciate that while this is a co-op race, so often y'all have been on the same fight.
Expert communication.
Yeah.
I mean, this has been an absolute railroad of a seed from what I've been seeing.
Well, while they are both
definitely
doing
gonna be
this
definitely
fight,
gonna be talked about.
would you like to drop in some extra information about the Liam Foundation again? What we're raising money for?
Sure, they're all for people donating for Ruben for No, okay. I wouldn't do that to you guys. No, so the marathon we are currently doing is raising money for the Liam Foundation. Again, no one has corrected me, so I'm going to assume I'm correct in that they're in Illinois. I probably should look that up next. I'll have to make sure I do that. But their mission is... Go away, cat. Not that. It is, in fact, to encourage, assist, heal, and empower their LGBTQIA plus community through respect, advocacy, and passionate hearts to promote thriving in society. Excuse me, the Dr. Pepper came back that time. I am indeed correct. Thank you, Mecklin. See, someone knows I'm right. They've been able to use some of their money that we have raised in the past to help open second-hand Pride boutiques for various gender-affirming clothing and hygiene items. They've been helping develop web resources for name changes, passport name changes, license name changes, to support not just the Rockford community, but elsewhere as well. 345 hitting me hard. They are currently facing budget shortfalls due to reduced grant opportunities. So that's why we're quite pleased to not even be through our first full day and have already shattered our record and sitting at, what are we, $3,628.76. So, well done, everyone. Let's keep it going.
Well, I'll definitely be keeping it going after this Ghidra fight. Not very charity friendly, but misclicking can cost you.
Sure.
Yeah, I'd like to point out again that Ghidra rolled awfully high. And then, oh my goodness. Even though we didn't have to, well, we had to fight Ghidra, everything about that was still literally as possible. Thunder Rock was basically last door, by the way. I can finally get to the end game. Not necessarily beat the game, but I can get there.
My Tristram is gonna need a little bit more love. Ghidra at level 15 Tristram is not great.
Hey, you have Meteor. That is at least some sort of good thing.
That is true.
So I have talked to Spencer. We turned in our Thunder Rock. He opened the Rainbow Bridge for us. And now we have to go across the Rainbow Bridge, use the Mega Grenades, which is why they are a go mode item, to release the boat from its from whatever. I don't know canon what it actually is. And then we can warp to the boat and take the boat to Doom Castle, which is where our boss rush is going to be.
Restreamers note, typically docks are known to sit, or boats are known to sit in docks. However, we don't expect our runners to know this information when we put them on air. Please forgive them.
and every dock is located on the edge of a cliff, right?
They can be. I'm suddenly thinking really hard. Have I ever heard of that anywhere else? That's fantastic.
Complete side note, and this is a personal thing, Possum would appreciate. I have never seen that animation where the tree walks to the final resting spot. That was the first for me. In the speed run, the whole area is covered in clouds, so you actually don't see the tree at all. I didn't know that tree just physically moved like that. It was cool.
It is absolutely adorable. And I bring this up because Ten is one of the premier ever speedrunners of the vanilla game. And his level of intimate knowledge of the game is
So
lacking.
Low.
And
So
it's so much fun not being able to have anywhere near his skills, or Hitox's skills for that matter, but just to hear about the stories of, oh, I learned this today, and I'm like, dude, I've known that since 1993. It's
That's
so
the
wonderful.
tutorial screen, son. What happened?
It is so cool.
See, what happens is when you speed run something, you tend to cut out a lot of stuff from it.
yeah, and this was the first real game I ever speed ran, and I went in never having played vanilla, so I learned from nothing to speed running. Basically, was my goal. So I had never seen the windier region before, the randomizer. I'd never seen, like I said, the tree just now. There's a lot of things I never had seen, like volcano and lava dome. Look how much I've grown, Possum. Are you proud of me?
I am proud of you, Ten.
I have my thunder rock.
Oh!
Yay!
All right,
Bless.
Doom Castle, Aegis. Boat has magic ring. I do not know where Cupid. Probably behind Dolahan or Pazuzu.
That Aegis shield in the Doom Castle chest is huge. Vanilla Aegis shield. Not that you would pick that up, but it's enormous. It's petrification prevention, so all the times that our runners got turned to stone, kind of how we talked about how statuses become the big bad late game. They were the whole time this time, but basically that petrification will be negated now by that Aegis shield on the main character. Companion, still vulnerable, but you know, at least we got half of a chance now.
See a nice instance here where an actual end game boss is susceptible to exit, and that is a vanilla thing. So in the vanilla speedrun, we use life or exit against that Skullrus Rex there, just for a free win.
It always blows my mind as someone who's played a chunk of other Final Fantasies, but not randomized or Mystic Quest, to always hear, yeah, exit can be an offensive spell.
Yeah,
My
the
brain
neat
going,
part.
you can't use that in battle. What are you talking about?
The neat
Just
part
think
with
of
Skullrus-
exit as like your X zone spell.
Skullrus and Stone Golem, the next boss coming up, they actually got added to the bestiary in the wrong order, basically on the enemy list for the game, and they did not get the boss bit applied to them as a result, and that is why they're exitable and lifeable in that manner. It's very, very strange, but it almost seems like there was an entire extra dungeon that was supposed to exist based on the ordering of the enemies that was just cut out at some point. And those two bosses ended up kind of feeling like fill-ins that were thrown into the last second. They appear in the bestiary before some regular enemies on these later floors that you only find in Doom Castle. And as a result, things just get really weird. And there's also been some patching to movesets by Wildhem as a result, because we found that their moves were getting shuffled in with regular enemies as a result, because of how the shuffle was supposed to identify bosses and not. So huge credit again to Wildhem, kind of the genius behind it all. But some really interesting, really weird things happened under the hood in this game. Kind of seems like at the 11th hour, which also not unusual for RPGs.
Last bit of expert communication. Do I want a level 23 Tristram or a level 34 Tristram?
So far 23 is okay. About to start Hydra. But I also forgot to buy seeds for the 30th time, so this will be fun.
I have
Ooh.
8 seeds. I'll be fine.
I mean, I assume your third quest would be Medusa.
At this point, I think 49 refreshers would have been faster.
Medusa was awfully tanky.
Because there were refreshers in the inn in Windia.
Oh, yeah, I never bothered looking at brown chest this run for whatever reason. Because I didn't think we had to give refreshers.
I'm also only at level 23. So this might be
Only.
hit points might be an issue.
Yeah, speaking of only 23, I am 26. It is the highest level I think I've ever been in Mystic Quest ever. I don't even think the 300% run required me to get to level 26. So this is new territory.
You're
So-
actually going to encounter some neat things later on. You can outspeed Dark King starting at level 25 if you roll right.
Really?
Without a sword.
Ooh. Ooh.
Correct me if I'm wrong. You guys are in Doomcastle now?
Yes.
Yes.
We are end game almost, well, in quote unquote, almost done.
Okay. I'm going to make sure chat knows. At the end of this particular run, which will end soon, TM, I will be closing the character race bid war for the upcoming Skyrim run. So if you want to see me run something besides a Khajiit for my Skyrim run, $16 before they finish is what you gotta do.
Hydra wasn't scary, but it was pretty bulky.
Okay. I'm duping some seeds right now.
Yeah, I need to do that, I think.
So what's nice is that because these Minotaur zombie enemies are so low level, with the battles, the speed determiner seems to be keyed on the lead enemy. So I'm getting free strike firsts. And you can generally always run free when you have a strike first.
And 10 is going through the Z floor. So we didn't get to see Pazuzu be fought in this, but we will get to see Jerkbird Extraordinaire, Z, which is Big Daddy Bird. This thing is one mean Mama Jama in vanilla. Can just obliterate good runs. Thankfully, the moveset being randomized is probably better for a boss like Z than it would be for most other things.
Oh, come
So
on.
we'll see what happens, but there will be some reflect shenanigans in this fight as well that 10 might get caught off guard by because of the speed factor of being level 26 that he's not used to.
Thank you for that expert communication, Possum.
You're welcome. I thought you might want to know that ahead of time because it gets real weird.
You would think I would know better, but I hadn't thought of it, so I do appreciate it. I will say a zoo opened up with confusion, Hatox. I know we can't really dive for Cupid Locket at this point, but that was a fun,
What do you mean?
fun thing.
You don't have a Cupid locket?
Oh wait, Possum, actually, did I pick that up earlier?
Yeah, like 3 minutes into the seed.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm good then. So here, this is the same for Pazuzu as well. He enters the Psych Shield state, where then he will reflect magic that was used against him. So we either have to bide our time or we have to use physical attacks. And Tristram might ruin my life right here. We'll find out. Nope, we're good. Yeah, so when your partner gets confused, they can do whatever they want. But we got lucky. It's a tanky boy.
No, a tanky boss in this seed? A tanky fight?
We
Why, I
had one
know.
enemy that wasn't tanky, and it was Ice Golem. I think that's like the only one.
Which is weak to fire. You have flare and
Right.
dealt 4,000 damage at a time.
Yeah,
So
so,
it's functionally
yeah, that
irrelevant.
didn't count.
If I hadn't like essentially witnessed Hatox roll the seed, I would swear this was like curated to be bad.
A plando, one might say.
Correct. You might say that. Ooh, Tristram.
So I was hoping that you weren't gonna bring that up because one of the things about seed rolling is you always want to blame it on somebody else.
I wasn't gonna say that, but it is your fault entirely. So thank you. Okay. Zoo was not difficult. The confusion, if it were Possum, would probably give him a good case of Possum luck, though.
Hatox has had his fair share this season.
Yes, he sure has from the sound of it.
What do you mean? We were just the enemies just wanted to express their love for charity.
They've been very expressive today.
Yeah, if you're not familiar with the Mystic Quest Rando, it is very rare for any like just random encounters, quote unquote random encounters, to give us as much trouble as any of the ones we've encountered today. They've just rolled the perfect setup of high scaling and good like status moves. There's that outspeed you were talking about.
So we have Dark King here, 10, our first runner in this co-op seed here to reach Dark King, which is an achievement in and of itself. Dark King is, well, somewhere between 20 and 60,000 HP. Vanilla would be 40,000, and it would be segmented into 4 breakpoints, the first phase being 7,000, the second being about 13,000, third being about the same, about like 13, 12, somewhere in there, and the last phase being about like 7 or 8,000 again. So kind of symmetric in a sense, but basically the 4 phases roll individually. So we could get a Dark King that is really cooperative. Based on how long this first phase is taking 10, I can tell you it is not a 50% on phase 1. It is almost certainly a 150, and it might have even done a weird sprite rollover thing where, because it rolled so thick, it's front-loading all of the HP into phase 1, which would be great for our runners if phase 2, 3, and 4 are basically the same as vanilla. But phase 1 it had like 30,000 HP. So it remains to be seen how this is going to play out for them. But we are through phase 1 for 10, and we will get to see step 2 for Dark King.
Thank you, Anonymous Donator, for switching us to Tristram for that built-in instant death resistance, by the way.
I, as your friend, I am wishing you the kindest, loveliest, most friendliest Dark King of all time.
I do appreciate that, Hatox. I feel like you've gone through enough this seed. I also wish you an easy Dark King fight.
Thank you, sir.
At level 23. On your Tristram.
Yeah, it'll be fine. He's done level 23 partners before many times. Okay, so phase 1 and 2 are awfully theok. Nothing super dangerous. Insta kill phase 2. Aww. The true final boss.
I'm willing to put up there that the true final boss of this seed is Confuse.
Yeah, well,
As
Frigga
it
for
so
sure.
often is. It
It's
is
so funny.
very
Like, I've barely
appropriate,
been
though.
confused.
Very appropriate, though, by the way, that Green Kaylee, at least for 10, is the Dark King sprite here, given the elixir was one of the gates for this seed, and kind of led our runners on a very wild goose chase.
of our own doing.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, we
Also
weren't
up
going to
to-
say it, but
also because of the, go get forced to take a partner in a flag set where you have NPC checks incentivized.
Yeah. That one wasn't fully thought through clearly, but it's all right. It all worked out at the end in theory.
We'll make sure that we go back to the drawing board on that one for the next run.
oh yeah, that's the problem, is making sure we can get forced partners. That's absolutely.
Yeah, de-incentivized NPCs would have been the play had we really actually thought about this. Oh, I guess time for me.
Hey,
So
GG.
all phases were thick except for phase 4.
Oh, very nice. And
Yeah.
what kind of shenanigans can I expect?
Just the Oko in phase 2. Everything else was pretty chill, honestly. There was a para in phase 3, I think. So 3-4 has para.
Yeah, I think you got a fighter's chance at it, Hitox, even with the lower levels. GG to 10.
Yeah, that was
Clocking a respectable 203.35.
Oh my goodness.
I had to read it out loud just for you, friend.
Thank you. Thank you. That's a time of all time.
So I gotta ask. I know you said in your practices you've been doing the high percentages, and it hasn't been this bad. What has the times been with those higher percentages?
I think the last marathon we did with the 300% scaling, I don't even think it took 2 hours, did it? Possum, you were part of that.
I think we were all on Dark King at like 240, and that was
No,
literally
I was way wrong.
twice as hard as this. But that also had just awful refights. The Hydra and Za were absolutely out of their mind, and it caused us a lot of pain. The regular enemies were expected to be a little more difficult, but had we gotten the move sets that were on that, we'd still be playing it from months ago. And that's not hyperbole. Like, move sets for the regular enemies in this particular seed were really nasty, given that there was no Aegis Shield until Doom Castle, and there was no Cupid Locket at all, despite what I was thinking 3 minutes into the seed for our runners, trying to wish that into existence for them. Obviously, knowing the future, that was just a premonition that they needed it, and it was never going to show up.
Tried really hard to manifest it, and it just never quite worked.
And I'm wondering if 10's about to go on a scavenger hunt here to try to find the darn thing.
I sure am.
So I realized about halfway through when we were playing that I did not disable the spoilers file.
Oh, that would be much more enjoyable than this.
I also promised that I didn't look at the spoilers file at all.
I don't think anybody would expect that from what they've seen.
Yeah,
Alrighty.
given the location of the Venus Key and such, I don't think anyone would have thought that the spoiler file was on.
Exactly where we
Not
thought it
anyone
was.
looked at it.
Exactly where we thought it was.
I was like, yeah, we're perfectly on time. Nothing went wrong. This is all because we had the spoilers read.
It's a Cupid Locket, the fabled Cupid Locket of lore. It was behind Pazuzu. And in this, even with internal shuffle, had to beat Pazuzu. So I still had to find floor 2 to lock him in and then fight him.
That's fantastic.
And then you'd have to go to floor 7 because in the internal shuffle, it does not take you there automatically, which isn't a big deal. But that whole thing would have been terrible. And then Dullahan, the other boss we faded, held the Excalibur. I don't think there was anything else really that would have been helpful, because we basically full cleared the entire game except for those 2 items.
That's amazing.
That is true marathon luck right
It
there.
has been a blast to watch. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, and for all those interested in the Mystic Quest randomizer, this is not the baseline, so don't get that incorrect in your head. This was literally as bad as these flags probably could roll. Uh, the most of the flag sets for like our tournaments and our weekly races and all that stuff, they're much more forgiving. You finish on average like an hour, 45 minutes to an hour and a half, depending on specific flags. So it's usually a lot quicker, a lot more enjoyable to actually run. I'm sure it was enjoyable to watch, but to run, it is usually more enjoyable.
I mean, unless you're into the absolute slog nightmare,
Yeah, if
clearly
you're
that can
into,
happen very easily.
yeah, if you really like Ruben and Confusion, then by all means, roll the seat again.
One of the interesting things about this seed, though, is despite its misgivings and the general struggles, you both got to show off a lot of technical skill. Uh, Communication was shown off as well, which is great. The expert communication,
It
but
was
really
really expert.
the skill was
Expert
able to shine
communication.
through. And I do like it, from a commentator standpoint, from a viewing standpoint. When you get a harder seed and you can see the runners, racking their brain and thinking, and not just, hold A and win the game, right? That you had to execute at a high level to make it to this point, and that's a testament to both of y'all's skill. So I think it's cool to get to see it on a bigger stage than just, a casual race in front of, 5 or 10 people. Get to show it off to a lot more and for a good cause. So, huge thank you to both of y'all for sticking to it as the seed put you through it.
And with that, I'd like to give Possum a big shout out for the knowledge, the help, the commentary, and being positive because somebody had to be in this 2-hour masterclass here. Talks on his Dark King fight with his level 23 Tristram. I'm sure it will be fine. You ended up 26, which is only one level less than I was, so that's good on the Benjamin side at least.
I cannot remember the last time I finished a run at level 26.
Yeah, it's been a minute or ever.
When's the last time your main was above your companion in a Dark
Yeah.
King fight? That's my question.
This might be a
that
Mr.
is
Quest
a
randomizer first.
that is a fair question.
For
I
me,
don't.
the answer would be never. So
Yeah,
I
that's
was like,
why I
yeah,
have to
I
ask.
don't think ever.
Yeah, in our last big
'Cause-
tournament,
yeah.
Hatox was infamous for going with like a level 21. What was it? Like 23 was like the highest you ever got on your partners, and it was just everybody knew Hatox was gunning Dark King as soon as humanly possible. And your Benjamin, I can't imagine, was over 16 or 18 or something like that. So this is a very big change of
Yeah.
pace.
Yeah, 16 would be like the lowest I would chance it, but that was just because I would always pray to the Randomizer gods that they would be gentle and kind.
Did it
So
work?
I
you
just
know,
realized you've got the pink background. I'm so happy.
sometimes it works better than others. I remember doing some practice seeds, and so right now you see us all just using flare and white and meteor and all these magic spells to do huge amounts of damage. Like they were saying, press A to win, right? But yeah, I remember some practice seeds where you just couldn't find the magic spells, and then right, it's a tournament, so do you spend the minutes looking for the things that you don't know where they are, or do you just go with a big sword?
Yeah, that's the cool thing, and not just about the Mystic Quest randomizer, but most, I would assume, every randomizers. There are so many decisions to make, and it all depends on the flags and each individual runner, and like there's just 100 different things you can do and decisions you can make to change your run and win a race, or or lose a race. I've lost races specifically to Possum because I decided to fade a single check that was a very lengthy check and lost me the entire tournament essentially. So it's, randomizers are super. Oh, Hatox is
So we got to
yeah.
see a whip tongue come out of Dark King. That is one of the first attacks that you're gonna see in the vanilla game comes off one of the very first enemies you're ever gonna fight, and because it's so early, that's a move that's based on HP scaling.
Oh.
Probably deals about, I don't know, 7 damage to you, maybe. But Dark King at whatever hit points he has rolled, Whip Tongue's
Lots.
gonna do a little bit of hurting.
Unironically, what enemy has that in vanilla?
The
frog.
toads.
Thanks. It's
You
very
know, the
rare
ones
in
that we
the
normally just
speedrun.
mow down.
As I say, it's very rare you get that get attacked by the frogs in the vanilla speedruns. I legitimately didn't know.
Right? They're normally, like somewhere on our back wheel. So shout outs to the poison frogs for giving Dark King that
Also,
attack.
shout out to this awesome Dark King that is making level 23 Tristram look really viable. In reality, though, you're doing fine. You just got really unlucky with the turn order of paralysis there. It's the only thing that could confusion and paralysis. The only thing that can really derail this boss fight.
It was a 5-turn para also,
Yeah, it
which
was
is very
unlucky.
unfortunate.
Oh my gosh, 6 wizard magic charges.
Yeah, he's a beefy boy.
My Ben has more magic than Tristram.
Isn't that crazy?
I didn't know you could do that.
Now imagine doing the last 4 fights or 5 fights with Ruben. That would have been awful. This would have been a 3-hour run.
Oh, this would
We're
have gotten
not done yet.
Well, that's true.
So we did see a nice thing there come through with Tristram. We saw it for 10 as well, but we were yapping about other things. We saw Tristram take some damage there on what looked like a circular spell, the one that just missed on Hatox, the main character there. Tristram has immunity to instant death moves, which in this particular fight is very important. Because there's so many various attacks that are thrown into the script, there are quite a few instant death moves. Tristan won't die to them, but he will take some fractional damage. And being able to not instantly perish is a huge bonus for Tristan in the Dark King fight. He can't resist a lot, but he does resist fire and instant death, and those two things are pretty nice.
Yeah, in regular randomizers, when you're not forced to take a certain partner, the partner decision doesn't always come down to just it's their spells. Like Dark King having Oko, Tristan may be your best bet. Or if you have if he's using a lot of petrify spells or moves, you may want to take. Was it Kaylee was written to that? I actually don't know, but it depends on the character or the moves that you're seeing is the character you generally want to take as a secondary thought, especially if you're getting bodied over and over.
Yep. So if I know that Dark King is vanilla, I'll try to take Phoebe for a little while because she'll have white. Ooh, another whip tongue. But if I don't have an Aegis shield, for instance, I am for sure taking Kaylee with me because I know Kaylee's gonna be able to block with petrification resistance.
Yeah, that's the other part is trying to cover up Benjamin's own weaknesses. Because the double para, the double stone, we've seen that a few times on both sides this whole seed, and you don't want that in Dark King because then as you saw earlier, you got to restart the whole fight, and when it takes 30 spells to beat Dark King, it's kind of a pain.
So
I
screen
think
Kaylee
you're
is a little bit of a
through.
thing.
I think you're through the
Oh, there we
scary
go.
stuff.
Well, Tristram doesn't resist water, so he takes a fair bit of damage from Blizzard still, and water gun and things like that. But this phase 4 was super light, so we should be real close.
I'm
Do
knocking
I
on
just
every
send it
piece
at
of
some
wood in my
point?
office.
We're playing it super safe. I'm having because things like that happen. What attack was that? 1500 damage?
Branch.
It
Branch?
was a crit. Yeah.
Getting whacked with a branch,
Well, that didn't
another
kill.
early enemy, attack. Oh, there we go.
This next one should be it. Excuse me.
All right.
There we go. Oh my gosh, we made it, Hatox.
We did it.
Oh, through the power of friendship and expert communication.
TM.
Yeah, that's our thing now. That's our thing. My goodness. That was a trip. I know we ran over estimate. I want to just keep my closing remarks short. Thank you so much, Possum, again, for being here. I know it's early where you're at as well, there at the marathon. Hatox, I know it's only probably like 10 p.m. your time or something. Sunflash, thank you very much for all that you've done tonight and every night this week. Thank you for just everybody, for everything you do. Thanks for all the donators, even though it was all to Ruben. And thank you, probably most of all, to our random anonymous angel who donated for Tristram. Don't know who that was at all. Have zero idea, but thank you.
They shall remain mysterious.
Yep. Same thing here. Thanks to everyone in the Mystic Quest community and our sister community over at FFR for all the support and all of the cheering on and really all the participation too. Everyone just trying to make it a better place, trying to build up the community, build up the game too. Shout outs to Wildham, our dev, for putting in as much effort as he does on this literally a labor of love. Possum, big thanks to you, buddy, for keeping us going with all of the passing back and forth of notes between me and Ten. And
Thanks for the Cupid Locket. I
Sunflash,
appreciate that.
yeah. Shout outs to the Cupid Locket. And Sunflash, thanks for keeping us going on stream. And I hope the pizza was good to you in the end.
Yeah, thank y'all. And I'll keep it real brief. Thank you everyone who's involved in the marathon. Thank you to everyone at the Liam Foundation for everything that y'all do. And GG's gentlemen, Sunflash, enjoy your run coming up. I am very excited to watch it back because I need to get to sleep because it's after 5 a.m. But I will watch that back, and I wish you the best of luck on that, my friend.
Thank you, and it has been quite an honor to have this with all of you. So thank you again for showing up. It was quite fun as a inexperienced observer to watch this whole shindig go down. So chat, I am going to take about 5-10 minutes, maybe probably less than 10, around 5 minutes. Go ahead and get myself situated, set up, and then we will be live with our Skyrim run. And we are going to do that run right up until Jay, Darkmoon, Fizzle, Danny, someone steps in and says enough. So buckle in. We're going to be having some fun with this one.